I want to thank Senators Krueger, Senator Gianaris, Senator Bailey for the discussion. Point of personal privilege, Mr. President. Senator Gianaris said that he feels sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me, Senator Gianaris. Feel sorry for the people of the state of New York, because this budget is a disaster. It's an assault on the good, hard-working families all across New York. Don't feel sorry for me. Feel sorry for them. How many jobs will be created? That's the question I had. What was the scoring on this? We don't know. I'll score it for you, Mr. President. 0. Anyone with a brain who looks at this budget will tell you it's less than 0. We're going to hemorrhage jobs in the state of New York. Bail. Listen to this one. You commit a crime in the state of New York. Maybe you live in Texas. Maybe you come from another country. We don't know who you are, where you've come from. We might not know your real name. We don't have the opportunity to find out whether or not you actually have a record, whether or not you've actually absconded before, whether or not you're a fleeing felon. Police officers have got to make a decision on the spot. And you know what this law makes them do? With the exception of a few violent crimes. You commit a crime, police officer says, here's a ticket to court. Come back in a month. Have a nice night. It's ridiculous. You know what's going to happen? Because we've seen it in other jurisdictions. You think you're helping the defendant? You're not. Because you know what ends up happening? Recidivism rates go up. And when we ultimately find this person, because maybe they do have a drug problem, and we're not going to offer him help. Talk about leveraging bail. How about having an opportunity to help people? But that's not the purpose of bail, I agree. So by the time we actually find this person, it may not be that initial crime that they're faced and charged with. It may be 2 or 3 more. I'm not talking hypothetically. I was a prosecutor. There are others here. They'll tell you the same story. When they come back, now they're facing real time. That ought to help them. And in the meantime, that means there are more victims of crimes in the state of New York. That's what this whole bail fiasco is going to make happen. Congestion pricing, it's a complete joke. Everybody knows what it is. People back home aren't stupid. They're going to wake up, if you live in Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, and Staten Island, and you're going to find out that now when you're doing the night shift as a nurse or a hospital employee in Manhattan, happy birthday, we have a new present for you. You're going to get charged $10, $20, $30. Who knows? Who cares? Welcome to New York. It's a disgrace. It really is a disgrace. Don't feel sorry for me. Feel sorry for the people of New York. Post-budget. Let me tell you what this budget does. And of course there are good things in any budget. It's a mixed bag. But as a legislator, you have to weigh the entire budget. And you have to decide, on balance, is this good or bad for the people of New York? This is bad. You know why? We're going to have more crime. That's a fact. Mark my words. Let's come back in a year or 2 years. Find out, was Andrew Lanza right or Andrew Lanza wrong? We're going to have more crime. That doesn't make New York better. There are going to be fewer jobs. That means it's going to be harder for people to put food on their table. Maybe they're going to have to leave New York to find those jobs. Does that make New York better or worse? It makes it worse. Congestion pricing, internet tax, tax on everything that moves, everything that breathes. When you're grocery shopping, carry the groceries out, juggle them, roll them into the parking lot. That's a lot of fun. That makes sense. And by the way, mark my words, won't do a damn thing to help the environment. And everyone here knows it. It's about a tax. It's about controlling people's behavior. It's about telling them that they're just not smart enough to figure out how to live their lives. And then finally, all these new taxes. I'm going to finish. New taxes. It's just people are numb to it when they hear it. Let me translate what it means. It means the cost of living in New York for every working family is going up. You know, if a corporation were to give every one of their employees a pay cut, people would go berserk. There'd be outrage. There'd be condemnation. Well, here's what this budget does. It gives a pay cut to every working family in the state of New York. And yes, I'm outraged, and I condemn it, and I vote no, Mr. President.